Killing Slomo. Well, I just saw one of our retired FBI men keeping a low profile out here on the boardwalk. It reminded me of something that I've learned recently, and I expect a lot of you have learned recently. There's a type of person who, for some reason, probably genetic, hey doggy, it has to do with their mental constitution. They believe in what is right, and they do not believe.
You're the man.
Thank you, doggy. I appreciate it.
Have a good one.
You too. It offends them if they see something that's wrong. They're caught in this kind of mental trap their whole lives. In other words, they don't have any flexibility. They are on the right side even unto death. Now, that type of person, where does he gravitate? He goes into the FBI or one of these other agencies if he's at the top of that group of people with this particular kind of mental configuration. Mental and characterological configuration. So let's say that the FBI, just I don't know, is composed of 10,000 young men and women of this particular mental constitution, but they're under the control of people that do not have that kind of mental constitution. For instance, an appointment to the head FBI role could be an example, but certainly the president and vice president and all the bureaucrats don't have the same depth as a rule of this kind of essential integrity that demands that they always be on the right side. Anyway, these 10,000 people that are in the FBI, they do have it. Now, what's happening here? Also, you'll notice what's happening is that this group of people with abnormal degrees of integrity have bolted against the establishment, and they are demanding that justice be done, in spite of the fact that it had gone down a course where justice was not being done. In other words, the FBI, in spite of Comey's behavior, has turned out to be the real heroic group of people in this whole thing, absent, of course, Trump, who is the absolute hero of this whole revolutionary period of American history. But the FBI, that group of people, we need to cherish, because if anything starts down the road of deception and lies, it can only get so far before these people, because of their backbone and their characterological constitution, rebel. The same thing can be seen to a lesser extent by parts of the CIA. Now, the NSA and the CIA are not under good leadership, but the people in these organizations, many of them, maybe 2/3 or 3/4, have the same kind of characterological disposition that someone in the FBI would have. That is, they are patriots, true patriots. They won't do dishonorable things. They won't, like Clintons and whatnot, they just won't do them. Let's say that the CIA has got one half is like that, and the other half will play it either way. They'll go with Mossad or they'll go with the Arabs. It doesn't matter. They're just people like me and you with a job. But there's another half, just for our conversation, that have the same kind of integrity born into them that we were describing to do with the FBI. In other words, they're absolutely honest patriots. They're not potential spies. They're not going to turn against the United States. Good to see you. You're living a good life.
Yeah,
God's
too.
been,
Thank you.
God's been
Thanks
both.
to you.
God's been both to both of us, dog. Out here, it should be known that I'm 1,000,000% in favor of Donald Trump, and have been since the very first day. The reason is, it was apparent to me that the people we were used to dealing with, i.e. Obama, Clinton, the Bushes, even both Bushes, these were not exemplary human beings. It was like we were using second-hand and third-hand quality people. And the government got turned over really gradually to a kind of a lower part of our population. Hey, doggy. But anyway, back to this thing. So the CIA, this good and patriotic side of the CIA, just couldn't live anymore with the idea that the Clintons were getting away with all this, and Obama, of course, was letting them, and Justice Department, they're all in a kind of a gang together. And of course they were getting indirect support from the outside through the Bush family, McCain, indirectly through other Republicans who were pulling back from Trump and letting bad things happen. The media doing the same thing. Anyway, these were all in that low life part of our population, the lower half of integrity. The upper half just couldn't stand it anymore, so they leaked all this stuff out from the CIA to WikiLeaks, who leaked it to us, and now we know what I've been saying for probably no less than 10 years, is that the Democratic political party is a crime institution, a criminal, racketeering, money laundering, and it has been money laundering through the trial lawyers and so on. Even in the past, 20 years ago, it was all happening, and it's been that way. And Acorn, the way they got Obama in, the whole thing is just visibly criminal. So it's gone down to the wire to where these people with integrity inside the government that know what's happening, they just can't handle it anymore, and they're spilling the beans. There's no way that Hillary, even if they rigged the election and she were to win, which that's the only way she'd win, is to rig the numbers, which they do and have done for many years. But anyway, let's say they say she wins, which of course would be a lie, and we're all supposed to kind of go with that and just go about our business. Well, she will not be able to rule, because there will be nobody in this country that will pay income taxes. Absolutely no one. You will find out there will be no one paying income taxes. There will be no public speeches by any Democrat with